Hey guys! Okay, take two. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the mixed girl tag. I've been seeing this tag floating around YouTube, and I always wanted to do it, so I was sitting here and I was like, I look cute, I want to film, I don't know what I want to film, and then that's how it came to be. So we're just gonna get on into it. Number one, what are you mixed with? I am, well, my dad's side is from Jamaica, and my mom's side, she's from Nicaragua, and her mom is from Nicaragua. But some people further down the line, or like in other branches of the family, are from Costa Rica and Portugal and all that stuff. So pretty much Caribbean-esque and Latino-esque. But also, a fun fact, my mom lives on the side of the country that is bordering the Caribbean Sea, or it's near the Caribbean Sea or whatever, so all of the culture there is very similar to like Caribbean culture, Jamaican culture, so that's pretty cool. My parents have like a lot of things in common as far as culture. What ethnicity have you often been mistaken for? I mean, I guess African American is what most people just assume I am off the bat. Some people think I'm Ethiopian or Eritrean, which is like, I've gotten that surprisingly a lot. I don't know, maybe it's like the big eyes, I don't know, but I get that sometimes also. Oh, and Dominican. Everybody thinks I'm Dominican. As soon as they know I speak Spanish, or they hear that I, you know, something, oh, your hair is curly, you're Dominican. Like, oh my god, I used to get that all the time in like middle school and high school. 3, is your hair curly or straight? It is super curly. Right now, it was like in braids and I just took them out, so it's kind of wavy right now, but naturally my hair is super curly. 4, was coming from different backgrounds challenging? I obviously can't read. Was coming from different backgrounds challenging growing up? The different backgrounds weren't challenging. I think what was challenging was when everybody started realizing that I was not who they thought I was. Mixed, the term mixed wasn't really a term when I was younger. It didn't have all the connotation that it has now, where it's like, oh, mixed girls are gorgeous, da da da. Mixed when I was growing up was like a weird kind of thing, especially I grew up in a pretty much, you know, white school setting, and it wasn't hard, but I was having trouble with like figuring out like where I fit in school, because I felt like I didn't really fit in with the way the black people in school acted or talked. I couldn't really relate to the things that they talked about, and I found more comfort in being with the Latino like section of the school, and I had a lot of Latino guy friends, and I felt really accepted there. But of course I looked different from everyone. I looked different from all the light-skinned Latinos, and it caused a lot of like wondering, like, why is she hanging out with him, da da, she's not like them. And so like there was a lot of talk when I was younger, but it wasn't anything where it's like I got bullied for being mixed or anything. And after a while, like in high school, people started thinking being mixed was cool, so it wasn't really difficult. And then at home, because my parents' cultures aren't really that different, it wasn't really a problem. It wasn't really difficult or challenging. Like we all eat like the same foods, and like my mom never like decided to just speak Spanish around my dad and he couldn't understand. Like, it wasn't anything like that. There was no like division in our house really at all. To me, I never felt a division between them either. I felt like we were all just one happy family, and I didn't even really view myself as mixed, neither my sister, so it wasn't really that hard at all. 5, which backgrounds do you embrace the most? It's a good question. I don't feel like I embrace either one more, but I feel like when I talk about myself, I talk about my Latino side more, strictly because here, I feel like where I live, we're not really divided based on like what we look like or whatever, but mostly of what languages we speak. And even if I was mixed and I spoke just English, like I feel like that's different than being mixed where half of you speaks a different language than the other half. However, in the city that my mom lived, they did speak English and Spanish. But I feel like in that way, I kind of like claim Latino more because, you know, on like standardized tests and forms and stuff, they ask if you are of Latino descent or not of Latino descent. There's not really a oh, can you be Latino and African American? Like, they don't really, they don't ask those questions of me in everything that I've done so far in my schooling. So it's really weird, like when they ask your ethnicity, they don't ask all of the options. They just ask whether you're Hispanic or not, which is really weird to me. But because of that, I feel like I've been singled out as a Latino woman and not as everything that I am. So I claim both, but I feel like I use the label Latina more than I use the label Jamaican. But boy, I be claiming Jamaicans though. Especially like all of my like Nigerian friends and stuff. We get along so well. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
I just wanted to say hi and like ask you about your new toy.
Oh, I'm using it right now.
I thought you may have been.
It's okay. I'll come out in like 15 minutes.
Okay, I apologize.
No, you're totally fine.
Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya. That was my RA, my best friend. I don't even know what I was talking about. But yeah. Okay, we're just gonna move on. 6. Have you ever been teased for being different? Oh god, do you even have to ask this question? Yes, I was teased. I don't even remember what I was teased about. It was just the fact that I stood out. I was short. I had longer hair than most of the girls that looked like me, like brown skin, dark skinned. I hung out with, you know, Latinos with like jet black hair, and I didn't have jet black hair, so like I was talked about, I was teased for everything when I was little. So not just for being mixed, but for a lot of other things too. I feel like it made me stronger over time. I don't think it really like broke me down much, especially being mixed. I never felt ashamed of being mixed. So yeah. 8. Do you feel that being mixed has its benefits? I feel like it does, because of the whole the way people think about being mixed now in this generation. I feel like being mixed is such a compliment. Like, it's such a good thing to be mixed. Oh my god, like, you look good, you have like a mid skin tone or a mid hair type or whatever, you know. It's like best of both worlds, which in some ways I think is good. I think it is great to have the best of both worlds, you know. I can switch cultures whenever I want, switch languages whenever I want, you know. I do have like that flexibility. And you know, guys, if you want to think about it this way, guys and girls are for some reason very attracted to mixed people, and they're very intrigued and interested by what they have to share. And I feel like I do have a lot to share when people ask me about my culture and about growing up. I feel like I have so much to tell them. So I think it does have its benefits. I think it's really cool to be able to talk about, you know, 2 separate stories of my life that are actually unified. When I talk about my mom's side, I can talk about everything happening in that country, and that's only half of my life, you know. Like, I have so much to me, I have so much to my story, so I think it's pretty cool. 9. What makes being multiracial a beautiful thing? I guess everything I just said in the last question. And like having so much to share, having so much to teach people, having so much to tell people about things that they can't really experience for themselves. You know, they can't, you know, change where they grew up or change their culture. Well, yeah, to a certain extent. It's just like a really cool thing to be able to be like 2 full lives in one body. Like, I don't know, do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, it's just really cool, you know. And 10. Any advice to someone who struggles with their multiracial identity? Girl or boy, embrace it. Like, nobody else is mixed exactly the way you are, you know. Like, imagine the trek, the journey that these 2 separate lineages have come to create you. Think about how amazing that is. That is crazy. Like, when I think about my parents, they both met in a country different than the countries that they grew up in. So everything that led my mother to be at that place at that time, and everything that led my father to be at that place at that time, to me that's incredible. That's amazing. That's one of a, like, 1 in a million chance, billion, trillion, I don't know. Like, I think it's really cool. And I think if you're struggling with having to realize how awesome that is, oh girl, boy, whatever, you come talk to me elsewhere, because I got lots of stories to tell you, and just all the blessings that you have and all the benefits that you have of being mixed. Not saying there's anything wrong with people who are not mixed, but I think it's really cool to be mixed. So thank you guys so much for watching my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Put my little subscribe video right here so y'all can see that you gotta click the bell too, so that you can actually be notified when I put out my videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.